Freedom. We all crave it. The freedom to live life on our own terms. The freedom to feel peace in a world full of chaos. But here's the truth that few want to hear. True freedom doesn't come from escaping your responsibilities or avoiding discomfort. It comes from within. It's about mastering your mind. And in this journey, the Stoic philosophers have left us 15 painful truths that, when faced head-on, will give us the real freedom we so desperately seek. We often find ourselves fighting against the current, trying to control things that are beyond our reach. But what if I told you that true freedom starts when you accept that control is an illusion? Stoics, particularly Epictetus, remind us we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. When you release the need to control everything, you liberate yourself from frustration and anxiety. You can only control your thoughts, your reactions, and your actions. Life will bring you pain. Physical pain, emotional pain, mental anguish, it's unavoidable. But suffering is a choice. The Stoics teach us that pain is a part of life, but suffering comes when we resist it. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Instead of avoiding pain, embrace it as a path to growth. Pain doesn't define you, but your response to it does. We live in a world that tells us happiness is something we can buy. If we get the job, the car, the relationship, then we'll be happy. But happiness is not external. It's an internal state of being. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, believed that happiness is the result of living a virtuous life, one aligned with wisdom, courage, and justice. When you stop seeking happiness in the material and start cultivating it within, that's when true peace follows. It's easy to blame the world, your parents, your circumstances, or even your fate for the life you're living. But here's the harsh truth. You are the creator of your own reality. We suffer more in imagination than in reality, said Seneca. Your reactions to the world are your responsibility. No one else is to blame for your thoughts, your actions, or your life. The power to change your future lies within you. One of the most uncomfortable truths to confront is that we will all die. It's inevitable. But instead of fearing death, the Stoics teach us to use our mortality as a guide. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Remember, you will die. Single moment of your life. Every day is a gift. Death is not something to be feared. It's a reminder to live fully, to prioritize what really matters, and to let go of what doesn't. Your mind is both your greatest ally and your worst enemy. It can trap you in cycles of doubt, anxiety, and self-limiting beliefs." Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Your thoughts create your reality. If you want freedom, you must learn to master your thoughts. Train yourself to recognize when negative thoughts arise and let them go. Your mind can either keep you in chains or set you free. It's your choice. No matter what you do, someone will always have an opinion about you. And here's the painful truth. It doesn't matter. The Stoics remind us that other people's judgments are outside our control. What matters is how we judge ourselves, Marcus Aurelius advises. Don't waste time on what others think of you. When you free yourself from the need for external validation, you step into your own power. Our emotions can overwhelm us. Anger, fear, sadness, they can feel like they define us. But the Stoics teach us that emotions are simply reactions. They don't define who we are. Epictetus says, "We are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens. You have the power to detach from your emotions and respond with wisdom and calmness. Time is fleeting. Once it's gone, it's gone." The Stoics saw time as our most valuable asset. Seneca writes in his letters, "Time is the one thing we can never get back. When you waste time on distractions, you waste your life. Prioritize what truly matters, spending time on your personal growth, building relationships, and living according to your values. Time is limited, spend it wisely." We often chase perfection, believing that if we just get everything right, we'll be happy. But perfection is an illusion. It's unattainable. Stoicism teaches us to accept ourselves as we are, flaws and all. As Epictetus said, don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do, when you will go on well. Striving for excellence is different from chasing perfection. Accept imperfection, and you'll find peace. The world is not out to get you. The Stoics understood that external events are neither good nor bad. They simply are. It's our judgment of them that creates our suffering. In any situation, the question isn't, why is this happening to me? But how will I respond? Remember, the obstacle is the way. Failure is not a reflection of who you are. It's part of the process. The Stoics didn't see failure as something to avoid, but as something to embrace. Seneca said, "The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which depends on the future and is therefore beyond our control. The fear of failure holds us back from taking action. Fail, learn, and keep going. We seek comfort, but comfort leads to stagnation." The Stoics believed in embracing discomfort as a tool for growth. "The things that we love tell us what we are," said Thomas Aquinas. But the Stoics would say, "What we fear tells us where we must grow." Stepping out of your comfort zone is where real freedom begins. Entitlement is a trap. You are not entitled to wealth, success, love, or anything else. The Stoics encourage us to practice gratitude and humility. "The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have," wrote Epictetus. Appreciate what you have and seek contentment in the present moment. The final painful truth: you already have the freedom you seek. Freedom isn't something to be acquired, it's something to be realized. The moment you let go of what you can't control, stop judging others, and learn to embrace discomfort, you realize that true freedom lies within you. As the Stoics teach us, it's not the external world that traps us, but our internal responses to it.